The Minnesota Vikings are currently 5-0, and we've remained somewhat healthy up to this point in time. But this past Sunday against the New York Jets, we did suffer one, you could say, big time injury. At the time, it was. Right now, it might seem a little less worrisome, if you will. But Aaron Jones left the game early with a hip injury. We really didn't know much more other than that, right? It was just his hip was bothering him. He was trying to walk, he was limping a little bit. We decided to rule him out for the rest of the game, where I think, honestly, Aaron Jones would have had a pretty decent day, at least 80 plus yards rushing, potentially. Probably would have got a lot of yards receiving, which he was already on pace to do so. I think he left the game with like 24 yards receiving on one pass, which I think was like 23 yards or 20 yards, something like that. So Aaron Jones is about to have a day, and we could see that losing him did not help our chances of winning the ball game that anymore, right? Ty Chandler didn't look great as the go-to back, as the starting running back the rest of the way, but maybe that's because the Jets defense finally got a beat on what our offensive line was doing, what our offensive scheme was and stuff like that. There's a whole bunch of factors that could have played a part in that, but Aaron Jones went out with a hip injury, but it seems as if he might not miss any time at all, which is really good because we do have a bye week this week. So he has some extra time to kind of heal up. So let's get talking about this Aaron Jones hip injury. What's the case? What's going to happen here? Before we do so, you may see something a little bit new to the stream layout, if you will. Right behind me, we have a 23-inch Minnesota Vikings logo. It's 3D, it's LED. It's super cool. If you guys want one yourselves, there's going to be a link down below in the description, right underneath where it says maybe affiliate links and stuff like that. It's a great Christmas present, great birthday present. I mean, it's a great gift in general. So if you guys want one of those, make sure to go down to the description and click on the link there provided. So let's get right into it. Aaron Jones. There was no shortage of the Minnesota Vikings types who pointed to Aaron Jones being sidelined for most of Sunday's hard-fought win over the New York Jets as the primary reason the Vikes had to scratch and claw as they did. Now the dots are pretty easy to connect to. Okay, Vikings rushers totaled 30 carries and 82 yards in the win, with Jones taking 7 carries for 29 yards. Simple math, okay, will tell us that Jones averaged 4.1 yards per carry, while the other Vikings rushers carried 23 times for just 53 yards, 2.3 yards per carry. Not great. When Aaron Jones left the game, our run game was nowhere to be found. Okay, a lot like it was really similar to what it was last year. Now, Jones also made a terrific catch on Nick Mullins' only throw of the day and has caught 17 passes for 167 yards, which is fourth among NFL running backs this season. Now, Sam Darnold had easily his worst game as a Viking on Sunday, completing 14 of 31 passes for 179 yards with 0 touchdowns and 1 interception, where he posted a 50.3 passer rating. Not great, but hey, we're 5-0. That's all that matters, right? Not having Jones at his disposal most of the game hurts the passing attack in multiple ways. Not only has Jones been pivotal in the screen game, but he's also proven to be a capable pass blocking back as well, with Pro Football Focus grading him out as a 73.7 in that regard. Now, 14th among backs who've pass blocked on at least 20 snaps. That's pretty good. So Aaron Jones can run the ball and he can also pass protect. He can also catch the ball. I mean, he's a man of all trades, if you will, in that backfield. So losing him was massive. That was a massive hit to our offense, which is probably why for at least most of the game, at least the second half, our offense looked a little lackadaisical. Couldn't really move the ball downfield. It was very worrisome, if you will, because now this is back-to-back weeks where this has happened, so hopefully it doesn't become a thing. But by comparison, Ty Chandler has pass blocked on 20 snaps and was graded out at a 58.8, which is 24th in the league. Now, the bright side is that if Jones' hip ailment ends up being fairly minor, he has nearly 2 weeks to rest up for the showdown with the Detroit Lions in Week 7. But sources say that today he's going to have an MRI, as reported by Ian Rappaport. So in the meantime, Vikings fans will wait with a bated breath, I'd say. But again, I don't think it's anything to really worry about. I think it's very, very minor at this point in time. Rappaport did suggest that it doesn't seem like a major injury on its face, but you never know because obviously the MRI will tell us otherwise if it is more serious and stuff like that. I think this is just a precautionary step to make sure nothing is, seriously injured. Obviously, that's why they would do that type of test, okay, to make sure he's okay. But I wouldn't worry about Jones missing week 7 matchup against the Detroit Lions. Pro Football Talk said the initial expectation is that Vikings running back Aaron Jones, who's dealing with a hip injury, will be ready to return after the week 6 bye, which is good because the offense is not the same without him, which I would have to agree wholeheartedly. I'm sure you guys would as well. But currently, right now, it doesn't seem as if Aaron Jones will miss any time. It's perfect that we landed on a bye week. Otherwise, say we had a game this upcoming week, this upcoming Sunday, there was a good chance that Aaron Jones might not play in that ball game. You never know, okay? Situations are situational, if you will. These injuries, you never know how serious they can be. But Aaron Jones is just going to get a deeper look at this, make sure he can be ready to go week 7 and get the right or proper rehab so that he is back in time for the division matchup, which could be for the sole place, or not sole place, I guess, for the battle for first place in the NFC North. So you guys let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Drop a like and subscribe to the channel. It'd be much, much appreciated. Also, once again, if you want one of these cool LED Minnesota Vikings logo, hit that link down in the description right underneath affiliate links. You never know. You might seem to like it. But have a great rest of your day, folks, and Skol Vikes.